In the meantime, we turn overseas tonight here and to a disturbing scene unfolding in Iraq. One of the very cities American soldiers fought to protect. Tonight, it's now in the hands of al-Qaida. So dangerous, the Iraqi soldiers, our troops trained, now on the run. And so are 500,000 families. In fact, look at this, a massive traffic jam, cars trying to get out of the city to get out of harm's way. ABC's chief global affairs correspondent Martha Raddatz, who has traveled to Iraq more than 20 times with the desperate race to get out tonight.
The sounds of all-out war, explosions, gunfire, al-Qaida flags flying, militants linked to the terror group today moving freely throughout the city. Mosul was once a focal point of America's fight to bring peace and stability to this country. Face after face of the fallen, more than 200 U.S. troops in all, giving their lives to secure the city. And now this. James Smith still suffers from traumatic brain injury after hitting a roadside bomb in Mosul in 2005.
My heart sank into my stomach, and I was very upsetting because of all the hard work we did to stabilize the city.
It was where a confident General David Petraeus told me hundreds of thousands of Iraqi forces being trained would not be intimidated.
You can't have that situation, and I don't think you'll see it here.
But today, those same Iraqi forces fled under attack in U.S.-supplied armored vehicles, eventually abandoning them, their weapons, and even their uniforms. And this is just the latest city to spiral out of control now that the U.S. has pulled out. In January, we headed to militant-controlled Fallujah. About 5 miles out of Fallujah, the roads became far more desolate, and Iraqi security forces warned us we should not go any further. America's ambassador telling us then of his fears.
It's very much in our interest to have an Iraq that is stable, and not to have sectarian conflict or an al-Qaeda presence that can be used to destabilize the rest of the region.
So 11 years after the U.S. invaded Iraq, lost nearly 4,500 American lives, and spent over $730 billion, Iraq is in crisis. Those Iraqi forces were trained and expected to stand up to the threat. Clearly they failed, and tonight there is little the U.S. can do about it. David?
Very troubling pictures tonight. Martha, thank you.